Hello everybody, how you doing? This is Kaylana, the Blessed Driver here. And so today I'm going to talk about how to offer delivery services to the elderly. So this goes along with the same topics that I was discussing on how to start your own food or grocery delivery and even transportation or rideshare service, okay? And so this particular topic is in regards to like the elderly or maybe those that are disabled and that can't actually get out to shop for themselves. Now, when it comes to this particular topic, you have to kind of know the rules and maybe even certain guidelines of your state or wherever you are, because I know sometimes specific services kind of goes along with being a companion or maybe a home health aide. Of course, that is not what you're doing. You're just offering food delivery or some type of delivery service to those that are disabled. Now, it depends on how deep you want to go with this because this can be quite lucrative depending on your area. Now, this may not apply to everybody or to every person in certain places, but it depends on where you are. Now, I'm in the state of Florida, so there's a lot of snowbirds here, and a lot of people come down here to retire. Lots of elderly people all over. I mean, they're all over, but some people migrate to certain areas, okay? And so it all depends on how deep you want to go because some people want to offer services, but they also will accept maybe insurance, payments. For instance, the insurance companies can pay you for a specific service. But if you're offering just maybe grocery delivery or maybe being their personal shopper or something like that, then you probably won't need anything like that because it's not necessarily anything medical. You're just delivering their food or their groceries or whatnot. Okay, so now, to be successful at this, you have to know the demographics. And I always say what area that you're in, and you have to see, okay, what areas can I promote or what areas can I offer my services in? Because definitely, the market can be kind of competitive, especially when there are other delivery companies out there. And we already know that there are grocery delivery companies out there like Instacart and Shipt, and then you have Amazon. And I mean, there's countless others. Okay. But I'm realizing that when it comes to people that are of a certain age, they like consistency. And so this is the reason why probably some of you guys, even myself, have gotten customers asking, can I get you back as a shopper? Or I want to stick with you and things like that. And it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that's elderly or old or disabled or whatever. It could just be a customer that likes your presence. They like you and only you. And so I know it could be a challenge being on these platforms. And so this is why I think it will be a benefit to do this if you would like to just have a specific target on those that are, elderly or disabled, because of course they need the assistance. And on most of these delivery platforms, like the grocery delivery platforms, to be exact, you can't request the same person. And, now that's a totally different blog I will talk about. However, when it comes to this with having your own business, of course, you have to go through, if you want to start your own business, get an LLC or incorporate yourself, however you want to do it, licenses, insurance, like whatever, the protocol on how to start a business. Okay. But right now I just kind of want to focus on the marketing part of it and also on how to gain customers now or clients. Now, when it comes to grocery delivery, now, if you want to target just people that are elderly or maybe disabled, it all depends on your wording and how you marketed it because there are people who are, of that age or maybe disabled and, they're wanting either the same person to come deliver for them or, they're trying to figure out, okay, who can I ask to help me out? Because a lot of people that are maybe elderly or, senior citizen or whatnot, they may not necessarily be disabled per se, but they just can't go out and get their groceries like they're used to, or they just don't want to. And so this is a great way for you to go out and to try to make customers. And so a lot of areas now as far as marketing goes and putting your name out there, it depends because a lot of these retirement places now, if you want to target maybe like a retirement community, it depends on how you market because some of these places are gated and some of them that aren't, like maybe that there are manufactured homes or mobile homes or just maybe condominiums or housing that is specifically designed for 55 plus or 60 plus or 65 plus or however it's designed. And so they say no soliciting, no salesman or whatever. So you kind of have to know how to work around that. And so the best way to get around it is probably contact the homeowners association or the company that's over, the neighborhood or the complex and see if you can just offer services because I'm sure they probably get a lot of people to offer something and try to sell it or try to get them to be exclusive to them only. And of course, with Shipt and Instacart and stuff, they're non-exclusive. And so anybody can use their services. Okay. And so, but that would probably be the best suggestion if the neighborhood says no soliciting and whatnot. So, and I know even in my neighborhood, there's no soliciting, but people still do it anyway. Like they have almost once a week, I always get like something on my door, whether it's like a pizza joint around the neighborhood or someone trying to sell me, cable or internet. It's something. And so I wouldn't say do that, but I would say just try to do things the right way in the beginning, and also try to visit places where people that are senior citizens, like people that places that people go, like maybe bingo halls, and just try to look for places where that they'll gather together and hang around. And sometimes you might even find people at church or something, or the mosque, or a synagogue, just wherever people go that are of age. And so just even like look online and try to find out certain activities that they do, because I know that there are certain facilities that do stuff specifically for senior citizens and stuff like that. So you can try to market there and things of that nature. And so also when it comes to building your website, you want to make sure that it's user friendly, because a lot of people of a certain age, they may not be able to see as well or understand a lot. So you don't want to have your website too busy or too under professionally designed to where it looks like a fifth grader did it. You want to make sure that it's professional, but it's easy to navigate, and the instructions and even the directions on how to order is very simple. Okay, so then you need to decide, okay, when I set up my website for this particular company, you need to decide on the content and make sure that all the wording is correct, and make sure that you specify the state guidelines, because you don't want someone thinking that this is a home, like your home health aid, unless you're certified or whatever, or you're a CNA or you're a nurse or something, but you're just offering delivery services. No, this is specifically targeted to people of a certain age. Now, this isn't to discriminate anybody else, but I'm saying if you're targeting certain types of people, and those are your target, that is your target audience, and that's okay. And so and also you need to decide, okay, am I going to have it on my website to where they can order the items online, just like how a lot of the grocery delivery companies and other companies where you can order their fruits or their vegetables or their grocery items or whatever it is. If you have a data feed where they can just order that, or can they call you? Can they fax in their order? People nowadays want to keep stuff simplistic. They want to keep it simple. They don't want it to have it so, they don't want to have things so complex. And so especially dealing with people of a certain age, especially you might be dealing with a customer that may have slight dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that. And so they might not remember something. And so you want to make it nice and smooth and easy for them. And so that's what I wanted to explain about, doing a delivery service for those that are senior citizens and also maybe the disabled. And so if you do offer those services as far as grocery delivery or some type of delivery or personal shopping for them in regards to those that are disabled or whatnot, then you need to also think about, okay, if I deliver these items to them, am I going to help them put it away? Those could be extra services that you can add on, and you will have to try to charge accordingly on how you want to do that. Maybe you might not charge a fee to put the groceries away for them, but that's going to be up to you, and you need to think about that. Or if you feel safe going inside of their house and stuff like that, because maybe they're in a wheelchair, or maybe they're on crutches, or maybe they're bedridden or something, and so they might not be able to get around, or maybe they have an injury, like just whatever it could be, or some type of physical limitation, and they can't get around like they want to, but they need somebody to put the groceries away, or maybe to throw the bags in the trash, like whatever the case may be. Or you might get a customer, and I'm sure you guys have probably had this before, you might get a customer that prefers you use reusable bags, like like those bags that you can reuse for groceries. They may prefer those. So would you offer a service to where you would go pick those up and use their bags, or provide your own and give those to them, or whatever? So maybe you can charge a fee for that, depending on the area, depending on how far the drive is. That's going to be totally up to you, because there are grocery delivery companies that I've seen, they offer that service where they will actually come to your house for a fee and pick up your reusable bags, and then go do the grocery shopping for them, and then you just put the groceries in there, and that's what they prefer. So, or you can purchase the bags in bulk and use your bags, and then maybe offer the customers can keep it for a fee, or just however you want to do that. So I mean, that's optional. That you don't have to do that. But I'm just saying, if you decide to, that is a great way to be able to keep a customer happy, because some people are very aware of the environment and they're very environmentally conscious, and so they prefer you use something reusable. And also, some people don't want a whole bunch of bags, plastic bags, paper bags in their house because it attracts all types of insects and stuff like that, and so they probably just don't want that, which is understandable. Okay, and so but those are some suggestions if you guys have a specific target audience, if you are interested in starting your own delivery service for those that are disabled, or maybe those that are senior citizens or elderly and things like that. Now, you will have to decide if you want to add on extra services for them. I can't specifically say, because that's something that you have to decide on. You have to start getting your creative gears going and deciding, okay, what should I do? Should I add on extra services? Should I maybe if I put their groceries away, do they want me to do anything else for them? But then that kind of goes along with being a companion, so you kind of want to stick with one thing. You don't want to be all over the place, and so but just think about that. And of course, you think about your safety as well, always, before you go inside someone's home. But always make sure that you have a contract, especially if they want specific items ordered through you, or services, because you don't want to get in trouble for anything, or they accuse you or something. So always have a contract drawn, that if you do have services added on, like maybe you put the groceries away, maybe for like $5 or $10, like whatever, that you give them permission to, as you're coming inside their house, that you're not held liable for anything. Something falls or breaks, like whatever. So that's something you have to decide, and that's where having insurance for your company comes in at. And so you have to look at some of those things. Okay, guys. So once again, these are some ideas that I've thought about as far as people might be interested in doing their own delivery service, because I know some of you guys have asked about how to start your own grocery delivery, and this is an option. Okay, once again, before I close out, make sure the website is clean, and also your business cards are nice and professionally done. As far as your marketing, make sure that your website is very professional, and also your social media presence is very important as well. If you decide to have like a Facebook, Instagram page, whatever you decide to have, make sure that you're able to have that up so people can look at it, because people are also apt to use your service based upon word of mouth. So make sure that you are always professional at all times. And if you do decide to get a T-shirt, get a T-shirt made, so that way the customer can feel comfortable, especially dealing with people of age. They like I said, they like consistency, they like professionalism. So if you have like a logo on your T-shirt, maybe even a hat or a lanyard, or however you want to do that, just make sure that you look professional and you greet them in a nice, in a nice manner, so that way they can feel comfortable with you and things like that. So these are some things that I'm thinking about, guys, as far as helping you guys if you want to start this type of service, and also your marketing and stuff. So you need to kind of look around in your areas to see, okay, what areas can I target, and maybe you may have to drive out further than when you live in order to offer these services, because you might have certain areas that have a specific group that you're targeting. Okay, and so like I said, look into the business side of it as far as your marketing goes, if you're like to pass out flyers or things like that. So I'm throwing this out there, guys. I hope this has helped you. This is one of many other series that I'll be adding on as far as the start your own grocery or delivery service. And so before I let you go, also think about, besides groceries, some people would like maybe for you to shop for them. Okay, as far as personal shopping, maybe they want you to go out and buy some balloons or a cake or maybe flowers, personal shopping, or maybe shopping for specific holidays or for birthdays. And so I'm still saying targeting the elderly. Maybe they say, hey, you know what, I want to go get my granddaughter a gift, but I just can't move around, or I don't have a car. Can you go to Toys R Us or to Target or something and buy this? And so you look online or you call to see how much it is, and then you go get it. And how do you want to set that up? Because you can always set that up where, you charge them a certain amount, and then you, of course, add your fees or whatever, and then you go pick it up. And like once you charge your card, then you go pick it up. So also think about, are you going to do same day service, or do they have to order in advance? Because most people that are of age or maybe even disabled, they like to have stuff they can do in advance, because maybe on Mondays they want their stuff delivered on Mondays, and so they may order on a Sunday, or they may order like a few days in advance. So like I said, they like consistency, and so these are some things to think about, and stuff like that. And also word of mouth is good. So if they have friends, or of course they have people in the neighborhood, say, hey, if your neighbors are interested, in these types of services, just let me know, and give them a card, like give them extra cards, and so even offer them a bonus for like a referral. Say, hey, if you refer so many people, then I'll give you free delivery, or I will, not charge you a certain amount, or I'll give you a discount, or whatever the case may be, because people like discounts. Even if they do have money, they like discounts. And so this would be a great way to help out. And so just make them feel comfortable, and even if they have a physical impairment or disabilities is not something to even laugh about. Don't stare at them or whatever. Don't make them feel like there's something wrong with them. Even if you see that there's something that is different, just don't make them feel like there's anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so, especially dealing with people that are of age, they may be going through dementia, so they may forget that they've ordered groceries. And so by the time you get there, they're like, well, where'd this come from? You might deal with stuff like that, but just kind of be patient with them, and then you'll kind of get the hang of it. Okay, guys, I hope this helped you. Bless you.